Sacrifice. Hey guys, we're heading to the gym.
Gonna fucking get arrested.
In fantabulous hot Florida. It's always hot here. Is it raining?
No.
No way. It's raining?
Does that.
It's raining in Florida. That's literally never ever happened. We're actually meeting up with Lane today. We're like an hour late. Nothing new. Same style we always have. I'm gonna do, today I'm actually, so last time I did a video with you guys, you saw that I was doing all of my compounds in a day. I've finished 2 weeks of this block and that's not happening, so I'm gonna add more days this week, and I'll explain it a little bit in I guess the commentary of this video why I'm doing it. But I'm just gonna go to the gym more days and break them up. I'm gonna squat and bench today. Ben is going to deadlift, I know. Ben will make it up as he gets there. So I'll explain to you the progress and my programmings, all the fun stuff, and I'll see you guys there. Get some good lifts. Hopefully Lane will sacrifice to win. What up, Pro Physique?
What's this? Thing one and thing two.
Can I give a hug?
Lane's teaching people.
Can you record the hug? Thank you. We found the mythical creature, the legendary. Let's sneak up on him.
You could have just told me I could have done that, right? But
So, what's up, bro? What's up? What up, man?
don't be Myron.
What's up, everybody? Back for another episode 2. Got my main man here with me. You want to introduce yourself to the people?
I'm just here.
That's enough.
I'm here to give Franco the wrong advices.
Alright, so today I had 7s, and I think this day, I don't know, I may have triples or doubles. I think you benched and I deadlifted.
Today was a potpourri for me.
Okay, so why am I doing 9? Last video you guys saw I was doing 9 reps, and I'm doing 7, and then I'm doing 5s. I'll show you my 5s day next. Why am I doing 9, 7, 5? Like, what is the implications of you doing that?
Well, so the first block is lower intensity. Typically, it's an accumulation block. So
Lower intensity meaning percentage close as like working closely percentage to my max. You mean?
correct. Percentage of 1 rep max.
So like, is your volume always the same as things go on time? So like as I start getting into blocks that I have higher intensity, will my volume look the same? So right now, today I did for my bench and my squat, I did 5 sets of 7s. So will I be doing things that are like 12 sets of 2 when I double?
Good question. So basically, what
Look at
happens,
this stretch.
as you go through blocks, the specificity is going to get higher for more strength work, so the reps are going to get lower. That means intensity is going to get higher. Obviously, we're speaking specificity in terms of for strength, although it's important to understand that all of these things tie into one another: hypertrophy, strength, yada yada yada. Basically, to directly answer that question, not necessarily. Volume does not need to increase all the time because specificity of volume will increase, if that makes sense. Should I clarify more?
So if you're bodybuilding, specificity, how does that play into bodybuilding versus somebody who's powerlifting?
Well, typically, everybody essentially needs to do strength work. That's the first answer to that question, because any kind of size is built on the foundation of strength. So all bodybuilders need to lift heavy, and that should be very clear by everybody now who has seen all of these great bodybuilding powerlifters who are now, I don't want to say dominating, but doing very well in powerlifting. It's not just because, it's not coincidence that they're good bodybuilders as well. But essentially, specificity of volume would just mean that your outcome, meaning if it's purely size, you would allocate more of your block around lower intensity, higher rep work, as opposed to if you're purely a power lifter, you'd allocate more of your volume around the lower rep work. But that's the beauty of periodization, is you're talking about a year, so you're going through all these blocks over time, and that's also the benefit of DUP, is you're undulating throughout the week through different intensity ranges, so you get both.
And so I'm on my first mesocycle here, as you guys see. I'm starting my first set. So with this, will I eventually do you use the mesocycle as a way to, like you said, progress throughout my year as my specificity changes? So as I'm going to do a meet end of the year. So throughout these mesocycles, will I slowly get more specific, and will they change slowly?
Absolutely. So basically, what you need to, it's very difficult to illustrate
Sounds like
this
an interview, not a commentary.
mentally. That's okay. No, this is actually good information, I think, for everybody who asks about DUP and programming and all that stuff. Visually, the way it looks is this slowly increasing wave over time as you peak towards a meet. So the wave, the undulation is undulation in intensity, but over time from block to block,
fucking
we just got Nortrolled. From block to block, meaning from mesocycle to mesocycle, intensity is increasing. So to give you a much more understandable example of that, and practical example, is from block 1, where Ryan might be 70, 75, 80% of 1 RM, meaning Monday is 70%, Wednesday is 75, Friday is 80. His next block would go up something small, like maybe 2.5% each day, so 72.5%, 77.5%, 82.5%. So over time, intensity is climbing.
So I know you had some clients where like you've had them do like three mesocycles and they haven't responded whatsoever. I mean, so what do? Do you just fucking just keep pounding away at the same block over and over? I mean, so people who don't respond, I mean, what would they do? You know what I mean?
It's so basically what you're looking at that point is they need more stimulus. So obviously, just one thing we clearly know about training adaptation is they're just like anything. There's hyper responders and hypo responders. So some people, you know, I don't respond very well to load. So people's heads are going to explode. I bench press every day.
What?
Oh my god!
What? Okay, guys, my squat volume is I think it's about 39,000. What's your bench volume?
It's minimum around 50,000 pounds.
50,000 fucking pounds. So if you're a beginner, you know. So you're talking about responding. So you may respond off of, if you're a beginner, 7,000 pounds.
Yeah, I think it's important to really understand when I say that. It's not to be cool or hardcore. Trust me, I wish I could do less volume and respond to it. At this point, it's a matter of necessity. It started, and this is very important for people to understand, especially beginners, is Smolov is super popular. These Shiko routines are super popular. That's not where you have to start. It should always be this logical increase in frequency. So if you squat 1 time a week, you only need to go up to twice a week in the beginning. You don't need to go from 1 to 4. That's inappropriate. That's just like saying,
but then it's cool. It's
yeah,
hardcore.
Exactly. This I don't want people to know that I bench every day, because that's not. I don't do it as I don't know, like this cool medal of honor. It's just I do it because I have to. It's very simple, and I like lifting weights. So I guess we'll talk a little bit about lifting. So this is me setting up here on the as Mike calls it, the nap
time.
So let's see if there's anything to really note here. Just a couple things to notice is where the bar is in my hands. Notice how far out I take the bar over my xiphoid. I try to lower in a straight line and press in a straight line. I think I was at a pretty high percent here. This is like 290 or no, 281.
So I'm glad I guess we'll talk about bench a little bit before this video finishes. This set here, guys, this is my third set, and then my last one, I only showed 2, is my 5th set. I actually failed on this set, and if you look at the way I'm setting up here, you can see in my face I didn't like it, and I was just uncomfortable with it, and I was just in a bad position. So look how slow these are and uncomfortable these are. Ben, you want to break down what's going on with me here?
Yeah, so the first thing to start is you can even see how he was hesitant to lower it. So he's got the bar out over his face, and now he's lowering to get to a lower point near his xiphoid. And so they get better as they go, and as you can see, the bar moves a lot faster. But a couple of things,
out as well.
Yeah, so he's losing his arch. A couple things happen when someone rushes themselves and the weight feels heavy. Typically, the bar starts to float more over their face, so they increase their range of motion, and it becomes more of a let's heave the weight up rather than let's deliberately move it in the most efficient pattern. And it's hard. I mean, I totally acknowledge that. That's a difficult thing to do. But it's important to, throughout the set, be cognizant of your proprioception, so where your body points are in space.
And this last one, before we finish, this is a kind of good example. Like a Dr. Zordos always says, he says, do your job, you know. So like I said, I did 5 sets. Today I'm squatting. This is my 5th sense of benching 7. How much weight is this? I don't know, 280. What is that? 280. Is that 280? My last set of the day, and somehow these were my fastest and my best. Was it because I got fucking magically strong overnight, or was it because I just focused and did what I was supposed to do and got everything into a mental cues? And look at Ben not giving a fuck in the background. Oh, wow. So guys, thanks for tuning in. Watch how I cluster these. I kind of took that from Berto. I saw you've been doing that a lot lately. Thanks for tuning in. My next video, I think it will be my accessory work. Ben's gonna be out for a few days, but you guys, he'll be back. So thanks for watching. Look at my legs, Myron, bro. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Last one. Let's get it up, and I'm out. Beautiful pause. Thanks, guys.